Anyway, this is a Hofmann or Geodyna 8250P. Like I said before, couldn't get this display on. I basically took the whole thing off, pulled out the PCBs, unhooked everything, cleaned up the boards a little bit, made sure everything was connected tightly, put it all back together, and lo and behold, the screen turned on. Everything appears to work, with the exception of the manual wheel, or the wheel lift. It's got some finicky issues right now. I think one of the potentiometers is slightly busted underneath that platform there. Was able to get into these service codes. Those of you who don't know, if you ever have a chance to work on or get one of these, if you go into the settings menu, this is part where, so they don't, one of the neat things about this is that it has a laser that will show you exactly where to put the weights on the wheel. Problem is, it's not enabled. You have to call service to have them do that, or to tell you how to do that. Well, there's a much simpler way. And so if you go into this menu here and you hold this stop button in for 4 seconds, you will get this menu, C74. This puts you into the service menu. And this is everything the service technician wants to be able to do here. But if you go to 120, oh, went too far. Wow. Sometimes it's good. Apparently you have to go slowly. 66, 67, 68, 69, 74, 80. Stop. And I'm adjusting this by moving this wheel here. So disable the laser pointer is right there. I'm going to turn off some of these lights because so disable the lasers. You hit the checkbox here, and now it puts you in the mode where you can change the settings on here. Now originally I thought you had to put a keyboard in, or you typed on the screen like you normally do here, touch screen, everything like that, but you still use this to change settings in there. But before you can change the setting, you have to hit this little key here, and now you can turn this and either enable or disable the laser. And then once you do that, you hit the OK button, get out of there, and it said in there to save those settings you actually need to go backwards to C90. Saving the adjustments added in POs. Hit the checkbox there, hit save, get out of that screen, and that should all be saved. I've already done that, and I have not checked to see if everything works right. I had to replace the CR2032 battery in this as well. Now it's holding the correct date and time. It kept resetting back to 1970, so that appears to have corrected the problem there as well. This machine's from 2016, so it's 8.5 years old. So, but it's, my guess is at that time was a pretty good wheel balancer, probably a state of the art at that point. But I guess we'll find out here. This is an old set of tires here that my brother-in-law left here. I should probably get all these little rocks and things out of here. All right, we're gonna try this. Machine's set up, ready to go. I wonder if it's too dark in here. All right, anyway. So, press car. This is so automatic, so we're going to use most of the automated features on it. Actually, this is the last thing I'm done with it, so I'm curious if it held on to my calibration. Let's get it back out of there. I'm going to see if this is calibrated. So you lift up, it engages this clamping device on here. You're supposed to pull the shield down. It does this little spinny spin. So this is calibrating. It's going to ask me to put this weight on, or no, it says it's okay. That's great. Means I don't need to calibrate it any further. 0, 0, it comes out perfectly. Let's escape out of here. Back to the beginning. All right. We're still on car. It's interesting. The other day I had motorcycle. I don't know if that's because I did something with that or not. We're going to take that off. We're going to put this on here. Okay, that clamps your tire in place. Everything looks good there. The nice thing about this is we're doing a normal balance. Shield down. It starts automatically. Shoots the laser in there, figures out how big the rims are and everything. All right, so it is saying it wants me to put 0.75 grams here. So I'm going to mark on the rim because I want to measure this against a bubble balancer. And hello, there we go. It wants me to put 1.75 ounces here. Right? So at that point in time, if I put that on there, it should be balanced. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to put it on the bubble balancer and see what that says and mark it in a different color. What that kind of shows me. Then I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to leave this up here. All right, so lift up, pops this off. Right, I can take this off the machine. Oh, doesn't like that. I told you to lift. Oh, I can't do that. I'll have to rebalance it, but should say the same thing. That'll be a good test too. So we're gonna come in here. This was one I already balanced on the machine, and it's pretty much dead on the bubble balancer. So curious as to what will happen here with this. Stop spinning. Appears to be lined up, the bubble balancer. So we have another tire. We're putting on the bubble balancer. All right. That looks like it is off to this side. So every method I watched was always saying to put your weights in a Y. So if this is going to fix it here, right? Quarter ounce, so it's going to need more than that. Just put everything in here. All right, so according to the bubble balancer, that should fix it right there. Right? It's right in the center. Looks good. So let's put those in there, and we're going to run it on the balancer and see what that tells us. So whoops, come back here. Put it there. All right, all they gotta do is be able to stick on there and spin. And again, center in the bullseye. Let's go try to see what the balancer shows now. Car. You can actually tell us to do the same thing, but so we're in auto mode. It's scanning down there. Just running a laser through the spokes in case you want to use that. Okay. So, whoa! It is telling us it wants a lot of weight. So it wants ½ an ounce. Right there. Okay, interesting. And then it wants 2.25 ounces right there. So, what does that mean? I don't know. I'm going to pull these weights off and run it and see what it gives me. The reason I wanted to steer away from bubble balance is I've been... Okay, so we are back here. So I have taken my wife's tires that I had just bought for Christmas off of her car. I originally bubble balanced them before I had gotten this balancer. So we're going to put them on the balancer. And this wheel here is interesting because it said it didn't need any weights whatsoever from the bubble balancer. So with that being said, let us put this up here. Anyway, something's acting wonky there. Anyway, wheel is now on here. Curious. I'm kind of curious as to what this one comes out at, because honestly, it's looking for 1 ounce and 1 ounce. Actually tell it to spin it again, because Some water on the wheel. So it's going 1 ounce and 1 ounce. So the nice thing is you can actually just spin this and it will tell you, it will stop it right there for you. The dog, he took my stuff. Such a jerk. All right, so anyway, we got what here? I'm going to clean the wheels where it tells me to put stuff. All right, I'm just using some alcohol. It's a little cold in here. But anyway, so while that's drying, I'm going to move to the next area, which is right here. All right, so once the stuff there, I'm getting a dry towel. Okay, that should be good now. All right, so it says 1 ounce and 1 ounce. So means whoosh, it did spray up stuff there, right? Oop. So right where that red dot is where it wants me to put the weight. So shut my lights off. How will I ever know where to put the weight? Oh wait, there's a nice little red dot here. Okay, so you got 1 ounce here. And it wants 1 ounce there. All right, so we got 1 ounce, 1 ounce. We're gonna hit the spin again. And zeros. We got zeros on the board. So that tells me that it says okay in here. This wheel is now balanced. If you hit the plus, it would tell you that you could put 1/10 of an ounce at right there behind that one weight there, and 1/10 of an ounce there. So interesting. So that should be good. So we're going to take this off. I'm going to throw this on the bubble balancer real quick and see what that shows us. So currently that's lined up as 0 balance. So we're going to and we're going to put you on here. So I don't know if anybody's ever said this with bubble balancers, right? But I always look at this distance in between here and the rim of the bubble balancer below as kind of making sure it gets centered totally correctly. Because you could tell that that wasn't totally centered. Alright, that looks pretty good all the way around. And interesting, right? So this tire does show, after being balanced on there, to be balanced on the bubble balancer. Now, interesting thing is, I did balance this on the bubble balancer before, and it showed me needing no weight. Now, obviously, that's a static balance, and this is dynamically balancing it, so there is some sort of difference that the machine is picking up there for the wobbling. So I would definitely say that the wheel balancers do a nicer job. I'm going to do the rest of her tires. Then I'm going to work on Mini Cooper. I'll probably do a little more in depth on that because I was having some issues here with her tires. I'm not sure if it's because they're so big or what, but anyway, all pretty interesting.
Thanks for watching the Geodyna balancer. Little bonus footage here. Got a KT 2002. I'm putting new tires on my truck. So I'm gonna post this video here. I just did this over the weekend. Hopefully this turns out good. I'll probably post the KT2002 removing of the old tires along with putting the new tires on and balancing them on the Geodyna. So enjoy. Hopefully this was a little informative. Probably not too many people can probably find one of these lying around on Facebook. I was lucky enough to find this Hofmann 8250 on Facebook for a very, very reasonable price, cheaper than what you can buy. I'm going to say half the price of one of the eBay wheel balancers. So anyway, hope you liked watching. Hopefully I'm doing well, I'm not doing a good job, but just trying to get a little hang of things here. But just a routine, normal backyard mechanic. Like to do things myself. Like to know how things work. So anyway, hope everybody's enjoying that. Have a great time. Have a great day. Give me a thumbs up if it was even remotely worthwhile. Thank you.